The sea is a very harsh environment. Nothing really survives. If you have an outdoor speaker, with a lot of spray and a lot of salt, if that lasts for a couple of years, I would call that marine grade.
Having speakers truly marine graded is a key. But we are not only thinking about speakers being exposed to the extreme marine weather, so being exposed to the seawater, sun and salt, but also we are thinking of how speakers gonna withstand the operation and use of a yacht.
Of course, it's quite easy to take a big speaker like you have on a rock concert or whatever and put it on the deck and it will blow you away. But it looks ugly, probably won't last very long. And of course, these yachts nowadays, they're all floating palaces, floating jewel boxes. So you don't want all these big speakers being in obvious places. So that's why customization and custom project is so important. A boat builder thinks that the boat is the most important part, but the client thinks that maybe the toilets, the refrigerator and his audio-video system is more important than the rest of the boat. Regardless how big it is, it's always too small. So you're always struggling with space. You have no idea how much technique is above the ceiling, like ducting for air conditioning, cable runs, safety systems like firefighting and all that kind of stuff. So that whole ceiling is very full with a lot of equipment.
You cannot just move a wall a couple of meters because simply that's the limitation of the hull. Building a super yacht is not a straightforward process that you follow the blueprints and then you get a product done. It has to be extensive collaboration between all the parties involved.
The whole yacht itself is custom. And if you have standard boxes that you have to work around, that's frustrating. Frustrating for the interior design, frustrating for the exterior design. So if you have parties who think along with you for aesthetically, but also good solutions for sound, that's very important.
Audio is very important for our owners. The product itself, the boat, the yacht, is high-end, but the audio needs to be high-end as well. Especially on the open waters, it can be a challenge to have a very clear sound. Vanquish and James have the same philosophy. Design in the boat building business is very important because the design needs to be good. It needs to be better than good. It needs to be perfect. It needs to be practical as well.
If I may take you back to the late 80s, in Europe, the only inbuilt speaker you could get was either a car speaker or an industrial speaker. None of the two were really nice enough for yachts. And then there was a project with an American owner and he pointed out these Sonance speakers. And this is how I came around the brand Sonance. The Sonance S2 and S3. Those were the two models that were available at the time. But they were so much better looking than any other equivalent that you could get in Europe that, I was sold straight away. But of course, outdoors, we still had no speaker. And then I thought, okay, if I treat these speakers, these S2 and S3 speakers, and I take all the bits and pieces out that can rust and change that for stainless steel, we impregnate the cone, treating with a special paint that was very flexible, so it didn't crack. And they were sounding so much better than any other speaker, and they were much more beautiful than any other speaker.
New Sonance Extreme speakers are truly amazing. It's a result of extensive listening to the market needs. So we got extensive input from marine market, which we took in consideration when we were developing a new generation of speakers. We have a portfolio of speakers that belong to the same family, so you can mix and match them on the project. They can look the same. We added subwoofers for the first time in the Extreme series of Sonance, which are amazing performing subwoofers, 8 and 10 inch. Those speakers are now much easier and quicker to install, which is appreciated by many technology integrators. They are much more improved in the performance. So we took basically all the technology that we applied to the VX line with all our new drivers and driver technology, so to provide better performance and better coverage, and also they look better because now we have more than ever options how we can finish the speaker.
We started to work with James. From our sales perspective, it's very nice to work with them directly because we are in contact with the clients. We know what the clients want and how they want to use it. And also design-wise and what's important for them. We can send over drawings or pictures and tell them where they want to have the speakers. And James comes always up with great solutions to integrate it in certain places. So we as Vanquish, the sales department is happy, but also our clients with the outcome always.
At Sonance, we believe that life is better with music. And with the product portfolio that we now can offer, we can bring music into all different spaces on board of a super yacht, whether we're talking about maybe an entry-level audio for the crew areas to maybe more higher quality audio and maybe more designed solutions for the guest areas and saloons, to the exterior areas that can be exposed to the extreme weather, to the full-blown high-end home cinemas on board.